Okay, hi everybody. It's been a while. I'm back after a week, and I'm so happy to be back. And today's session is going to be very special. I'm personally very excited for this session because I love to talk about and hear conversations regarding individuals' journey as a student, how they navigated through tough times. And today we have with us Laxmi Chapagain to share her PhD journey. So a little bit about her. She's a PhD student who has left an impeccable mark in the US. I'm going to address her in the entire conversation. I'm going to address her as Lakshmi Didi. She's a graduate research assistant at University of Nebraska, Lincoln, US. Not to forget, she has also received IEE Milcom 2024 Student Travel Grant Award. She did her bachelor's from Purbanchal campus, Dharan. Her work experience include JR developer, graduate student mentor. Also, she has experience working at Code Rush. This is all you need to know about our guest today. But I would like, if there's anything that Lakshmi ma'am would like to add to her introduction, I would ask her to please take it forward from here.
Thank you, Sanskrity, for this wonderful introduction. And it was so huge, it was not needed, by the way. I'm just a student, and that is how I recognize myself. So, can I just start it now, or?
Yes. Do you want me to turn the first slide?
Uh, yeah, you can just do the slide. So, yeah. Okay. Uh, okay. So, hi everyone. I am Lakshmi, as Sanskriti has already introduced me, and I am a GRA here at United States, and I'm today going to talk about navigating academia abroad. It's basically like my story as a PhD student here, and I I wanted just to be helpful for you guys in the future. That is why I wanted to do this session. So, and this is my email address, so in case you have any questions in the future, or if you would like to connect, I would love to be connected with you guys. And this picture is just for attention. I used to do a lot of agricultural stuffs back in my country with my mother, so I just grew these coriander and spinach. Can you go coriander and spinach and along with the mint in my balcony in this apartment? That's why I just wanted to share with you guys. Next, please. So the outline of my talk would be I would talk about the background, which includes my educational background, and I would talk about why I came to United States and how I came here, and I would talk a little bit about my research overview, that is the work that I'm doing here. Next, please. Can you if there are animations, you can put them out. Okay, so talking about my educational background, okay, I was born and raised in Chitwan. So I did my schooling, all my schooling, like schooling till +2 in Chitwan. So I did my +2 in New Capital College, and then I moved to IOE Purbanchal campus for my engineering, where I did my engineering in electronics and communication department. And after that, I came to United States for my graduate program. Okay, so talking about my work experience, I worked as a software engineer fellow at Leapfrog, which is one of the software company in Nepal. So it was when I was a student, when I was still pursuing my engineering. So, and then after that, after my graduation from engineering, I joined as a front end junior developer in alternative technology full time. And after working for 1.5 years, I came here for my graduate program. So talking about my volunteering experience, I just wanted to share this journey because I came as a like I tried my best to learn from different resources, and this kind of volunteering and work experience was making me more confident. So this is something that I wanted to share with you guys, so that if you are in your undergraduate program, you should it would be an encouragement for you to participate in different programs. So when I was during my undergraduate degree, I served as a treasurer for Electronics and Communication Engineering Student Society. And after that, Sanskriti, you can just do click multiple times because there are lots of animations.
Okay, can you see?
Two more. Okay, yeah. So right, so also like during my undergraduate program, I got a chance to volunteer in Delta 1.0. So I volunteered as a chief correspondent during Delta 1.0, and also during my undergraduate program, I was associated with Girls in Tech Nepal, where I volunteered as an outreach coordinator for Province 1. Not only that, I was also one of the fellow for women leaders in technology. And also, like, here talking about my journey here, I volunteered as a graduate student mentor here at University of Nebraska Lincoln, and these two like outstanding students were my mentee last year, and they are with their poster with the projects, showcasing their projects where I mentored them. Next, please. You can just do everything. No, just can go back. Okay, so talking about why I came to United States it's why I came to United States for my graduate degree. It's very simple because United States has huge amount of extensives as compared to other countries. So that is one of the sole reason that I came to United States, because I did not wanted to pay money for my graduate program. So when I say assistantships, like it is a scholarship which includes both your tuition fees and also the stipends, meaning that whoever is hiring you, they will pay your tuition fees, and also they will give you money on a monthly basis, which can be used to cover your living cost. So having assistantship for during your graduate program is one of the safest route that you can take if you are planning for coming to United States, because it will give you a sufficient time to focus on your work, and you shouldn't work outside or outside any domain just to collect some money. So when I say assistantship, it is given only for research related degrees, and it is not given for any course based degrees. So if you are coming here with assistantship, it means like you are supposed to do research. And for course based, so when I say research related degrees and course based degrees, there are two things. So if you are coming here for masters, there are two ways that you can take your masters. One is by thesis, and another is just you don't do any research, you don't write any thesis, you will just fulfill the course criteria and you will take your masters. So but when I say we cannot get funding for course based masters, there are some exception case. There are my friend who came for course based masters, but after coming here, they look for professors and they will do research for them, and they will get assistantship. So when I talk about graduate assistantship, there are two different kinds of assistantship. One is graduate teaching assistantship, which is called GTA, and another is graduate research assistantship, which is called GRA. So when you come as a GTA, your responsibility will be a little bit more than a GRA, because you are supposed to do grading for different assignments or for different exams, and you need to teach some courses, and also on top of that you have to do research. And if you are a GRA, you only have to do research. So the safest route is to come here as a GRA. Yeah, like few more clicks. Yeah, okay. So also, like, the first thing that you have to know when you plan to come for United States is you have to know your interest. That is what you really want to do, because research is like, it really takes time, and it's better to take more time to identify your interest rather than coming here and like being going out of clue. So in order to identify your interest, some of the ways I take is, like, I talk with people from different domain, and I also try to participate in different program to know what I really want to do with my life. And also we can listen to different informative podcasts or videos. Yeah. So once you know your interest, you can make a list of universities as per your interest. So it like I just kept one demo of the Excel sheet. Like you can do something like this: you can write the name of the universities, or you can write the name of the professor that you want to work with, you can write the email address, and you can write the status if they are hiring or not hiring. And these two links in my slides are some of the resources to that will help you in finding the universities as per your interest. So this is not the this is this these links don't have all the name of the universities, but it can be helpful because it includes almost like most of the universities of United States. So I just wanted to share these resources with you. Back please. Okay, so there like there are numbers of ways that you can use for identifying professor from different universities. So at first you need to find the name of universities, as I talked in my previous slide, and then after that you can go through the university website and you can look for the faculty, or you can look for the faculty or the staff hyperlinks. And when you go through that faculty list, or you can go to the department list, and you can see the as per your department, and you can find the multiple numbers of professors who are working in that department. And from that list you can find their lab website. You can also find a lot of information about them. So this is just a demo for getting the list of professors from different university website. And once you go through their website, you need to learn their research interests and try to find if your research interest matches with them or not. And you can also find the information like if they are hiring some students or not. And also you can find the their lab website, where you can find the um, list of graduate students who are working under their supervision. And also you can talk to them to learn about the lab culture. And also you can connect those graduate students or even professor via LinkedIn. And if you are interested in their research, you can go to the Google Scholar and you can learn about their different papers before before shooting them email. Next please. So
Is this
okay, so yeah, so for funding, there are different resources from where you can look for funding. That this is something that I wanted to share with you, these two links. So we here, like majority, not majority, but almost 40% of the research in United States is funded by National Science Foundation, which is one of the government which is one of the federal body. So for finding the funding, you can go through this topmost link. And you can, if you go through that topmost link, you will see that my arrow is pointing towards the picture. So you can see something like this. And in that field for search award for, you can write any keyword based on your research interest or based on your department, and it will show you multiple okay, I can just go and share. Oh, I cannot click that link. Okay, Sanskrity, can you click that link and open the new tab?
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, can you see this screen?
Mm, I think you need to change your tab.
Okay, okay. Now can you see?
Okay, yeah. So if you click that link, you can see something like this UI, and can you and you will see this field which acts. See this field where you can type your research interest keyword. For example, Sanskriti, can you type like wireless communication or something? Yeah, random. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just do a search. Okay, so can you just scroll it down? Okay, I think that's fine. So, like for example, when I use that keyword wireless communication, I can see like like different multiple projects which are being funded, and from these different projects, I can also know like who is the principal investigator for that project, who is the co-PI for that project, and from which university is getting this project. So this will help me in making my Excel sheet when I am reaching to different professor. So this is also one of the important website where you can go if you are looking for any kind of funding. You can go back.
Okay. Can you see my screen now? I think we were at slide number 6.
Mm, 7, 8, I guess.
Okay.
8.
Here.
Yeah.
All right.
And also I talked about the first resource, and second resource is if you are robotics enthusiastic, so you can use this link, and this will also show you the UI which is pointed by my arrow, and from there also you can get the list of the different projects that is being funded, and you can also find information if any professor is looking for any student. So these are just the resources which I wanted to share with you, because I use these resources while I was doing my search back in Nepal.
All right.
Next.
So guys, you can start taking your notes. Whatever link she has mentioned over here, you can start taking notes so that it'll be easier later. And also, I think Didi, you'll be sharing your email address in the chat box so that people can, whenever they have questions, they can approach you.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Also, you can start leaving your questions in the chat. We will start addressing them towards the end of the session. All right. Let's move on to the next slide. Do I need to
So,
do a few more clicks?
No, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah. So also, like once you have like prepared your database with the name of the professor and name of the university and with their email address, you need to communicate with them now. So you need to email them. So there are like few things you need to consider while writing your email to them. So it should be a very tailored email, not a general email. What I mean by tailored email is you need to write a little bit about your background. At first you should make sure like you went through their research, you went through their website, you know what they are working on. So based on that, you should write a little bit about your background in your cover page, as a cover page or as a body of your email, and you have to write how you found them and why are you interested in their research, and also you can talk about any interesting research problem you want to work on, which is optional, but it shows you like you are a genuine candidate. And also make sure to attach your CV and transcript, and also like English test scores, like if you have taken IELTS or if you have GRE scores, please try to attach all those files with that very first email that you are sending to them. And also make sure to make the subject of the email very, very clear, because professors are very, very busy, and there is high chance like they will ignore your email. So you have to make sure like you stand in their email. And once you send your email, like try to follow up with them regularly, because most of the time they will not reply to our email. And if they and if they are interested, okay, if they are interested in your, they will go through your CV and transcript, and if they are interested working with you, they will just set an interview, and that's it. And after like professor gives you a certainty like okay, they will be taking you as a GRA or GTA, then you can apply via university portal. So this is one of the safest route, because we have to pay money before we apply to any university. So it's better to make sure with professor, and if they gives you like almost 90 to 95% surety of taking you as a GI, then only you can apply to that university if you want to come with a scholarship. And also like here is some resources for PhD application guidance. Sanskrity, can you just give one click? So Casey Feisler is one of the professor from University of Colorado Boulder. So she has one YouTube playlist where she talks about what is like if you should do a PhD or not, or how you need to write a statement of purpose, or like how can you email to your prospective advisor, this and that. So this channel is also very very useful, and you can go through this channel for learning more on how to reach out to any professor.
All right.
Okay, so now I would like to talk about my research overview. So I am here like working as a graduate research assistant, and my research area is wireless communication. And when I say wireless communication, I am mostly working on designing antennas for higher frequency communication, and also I'm working on vehicular safety using wireless communication. So I cannot talk much about my unpublished research work because we need to protect our research integrity. So I would be talking a little bit about, just in a brief, about my unpublished work. Can you next slide, please? Okay. One more. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, so the research topic that I was working was to design antennas for higher frequency communication, that is 110 gigahertz to 170 gigahertz, with higher gain for the integrated sensing and communication application. So before talking about this research, I would like to just explain you why I was working on this research. So if you see at the graph, it shows like more mobile devices are connected worldwide as the time goes on. So as in the graph, we can see by 2025, 18.22 billion mobile devices will be connected worldwide. So in order to support all these connected mobile devices worldwide, we need a higher data rates. And also like these days people talk about autonomous vehicle, they talk about AR and VR, and also remote surgery, and these applications requires higher data rate links, which is in terabit per second, and also those application requires a very low latency because we cannot afford delay in those applications. So that is why the wireless communication today is moving to explore the terahertz band. And when I say about terahertz band, it is a frequency above 100 gigahertz. And why they are exploring this terahertz band is because we have a huge amount of bandwidth available. So we can use this bandwidth to have higher data rates. That is why people are exploring the frequency above 100 gigahertz. And that is where my research was. Next slide.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, can you see?
Yeah. Just you are a slide before. Can you go back?
Is this
back?
fine?
No, back. 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 Okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, so okay. This is it. Okay, so I was mostly focused on the frequency between 110 gigahertz to 170 gigahertz, which is called D band. And one of the reason, like there are a lot of frequency above 100 gigahertz, but my research interest lied only between this frequency. This is because okay, at first I need to explain this graph. So the graph that is shown here, it shows the spectrum allocation above 100 gigahertz by International Telecommunication Union radio regulations. So if we see like this y-axis represents a path loss in dB scale, and x-axis represents a frequency. And here are different colors in the graph. So for example, this gray color area represents a prohibited band. So we are not allowed to radiate in this prohibited band. And the green area represents a communication band, meaning that the frequency that lies within the green area can be used for communication purpose. And the white gap that you see, it is for sensing purpose, meaning that this band can only be used for sensing purpose. And the blue region here is the unlicensed band. It's more like research, or more like exploring what happens. So we can carry out our research in these blue bands. So my target was to design an antenna for integrated sensing and communication purpose. So I was looking for the frequency band that is designated for sensing and communication purpose. So that is the reason why I was looking for this frequency. And also we have huge amount of bandwidth available within this band, so that can be used for higher data rates. So when we talk about the higher frequency, we can have a huge amount of data rate, but at the same time, the higher frequency suffers from a lot of attenuation, meaning that they cannot travel for a longer distance, and also they are also like absorbed by different atmospheric particles, different atmospheric molecules. So that's why we need to have a antenna design which has a very high gain, so that the antenna can amplify, or antenna can transmit the signal for a longer distance, high frequency signal for a longer distance. Next, please. One more click. Okay, so this is the first one figure. The top left figure shows the geometry of my design antenna. So you can see I have like the yellow color represents the metallic plates, and the blue color represents a dielectric. So this is the antenna that I designed. It's from the top. It's a top view of the antenna, and like the bottom left figure shows the longitudinal cross-sectional view of the element, where we can see I have 3 different layers, and the ring layer is etched in the first layer. And I use that very single element antenna to design the array, which is shown in the top right corner. So single element cannot have more gain, so we need to design an array that can have higher gain. So that is one of the motivation behind extending this single element to an array. And the figure at the bottom right shows the result performance of the array, and this is showing the return loss for 4 element antenna array design. So this results shows that the antenna is working fine at 2 different frequency, that is 127 gigahertz and 137 gigahertz. And also, like, I was able to see a very good gain at these 2 frequency, which is 13.6 dBi and 14.2 dBi. So this is one of the work that also got published last year. So this is about the research that I'm doing and how research looks like. So this is everything that I have for today, guys. So can you go to next slide? So yeah, like, this is the end of my presentation, and if you have any questions, I'm willing to take it. Or yeah, you can also, if you want any resources, I can send you if you send me an email. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lakshmi. Wonderful presentation, wonderful slides. I think that whatever people came here for, they got it, the answers to their questions regarding how to apply to university, academic documents, and everything, so on and so forth. Now, I'd like to ask everybody to send their questions in the chat box. I think we already have 2 questions. Let's address that first. The first one says, US इन्टरभ्यूहरू रोकिएको छ अहिले. This is a question. Yeah.
Yeah, अहिले रोकी चाहिँ रहेको छ है, and yeah, this is what it is. We don't have any control, rather than trying to being optimistic. But yeah, but I think it will open soon. Yeah.
Is it necessary to take GRE for universities for US?
Yeah, like okay, it depends. Like, there are some universities that says like GRE is not mandatory. You can take just IELTS, or sometimes people are just taking Duolingo test. But I would personally suggest taking GRE, because though the university says okay, GRE is not important, GRE is not like mandatory, but when they are filtering that graduate teaching assistant, they will look for someone who has GRE score. So it's better to have a GRE. And also, it's personally like, when you take a GRE, you will learn how to analyze, how to write analytically, and you will learn a lot. So I would recommend taking GRE, but it's not mandatory for every universities of US that you have to take GRE.
Okay, so the next one says, यदि मैले GRE को लागि apply गरेँ भने पछि गएर GTA गर्न पाउँछु कि नै?
Mhm.
म चाहिँ अहिले BSc Agriculture को last year मा छु. So if I want to do masters, is it possible?
Oh yeah, it's possible, and yeah, if you no, it's for GRA. It's not like applying to the department. If you are a GRA, you need to go through the route of the professor. It's you have to do all the work like looking for the professor, emailing them, setting the interview, and if professor says okay, I will take you, then you can become a GRA. And the next route is you directly apply to the university for a GTA, but it's not sure. They will not give you a confirmation like they will take you as a GTA or not. So, but having said that, if you come here as a GRA, you can do GTA. Like if you want, you can talk to your advisor and you can say I want to become a GTA, and you can do that. Yeah, it's possible.
Next one's very interesting, and I wanted to ask the same question actually. What was the biggest challenge you faced while living abroad, and how did you overcome it?
Okay, yeah. This question is from my friend. Okay,
okay.
so yeah, like the biggest challenge at first, I would say I was going through homesickness, and I was like at one point, I think during my first semester, I was kind of isolated, and I was missing my home badly. But I came to, I started talking to people, and then I started making friends, and also, yeah, this helped me, to
Were you an introvert
overcome
or
my,
extrovert? Were you an introvert
yeah.
or extrovert?
I people think I'm extrovert, but I think I'm introvert
Now it
because I
must have
don't.
changed for you now that you have so much exposure. It must have
Mhm.
changed, but back then it might be different.
Yeah. And also second thing was like I came here directly for my PhD after my undergrad without having a master's. So professor was, like treating me as a PhD student, not as a master's student. So because I was enrolled in a PhD program, so her expectation was like that a PhD student. So I was struggling to understand my research domain, what's this happening. So I don't know anything. So then just I did a lot of readings. I tried to read as much as I can. I tried to talk with the senior PhD students. So this is how I navigated my fears and my challenges. Yeah.
All right. Next question is Trumpले US universities funding grant धेरै restrict गरेछ. So our PhD मा full scholarship आउने opportunities धेरै थोरै भएको छ.
uh, yeah, I agree, like there is a lot of funding cuts. So so because of that, like professors are kind of scared to take students because they just don't want to bring students. They should be able to support them. So it is true, but having said that, you shouldn't stop applying because there are still some research domain or like professor who are looking for students. So you just need one, right? So yeah, like the situation is like this, but still you shouldn't like give this as an excuse and stop applying. You shouldn't do that. You should apply as much as you can and make sure like you'll get one, at least one. Yeah.
Available scholarship. What are the available scholarships?
Uh, so the as per my understanding, there is one scholarship called Fulbright scholarship. So I don't have. You can look into that in the websites, but I don't know the details of that. But as per my understanding, if you come as a Fulbright, like your country will be paying for you, so you are here very independent. You can work. You shouldn't like rely on anyone's funding because you are getting funding from your country. So that is one. And other scholarship is like a GTA and a GRA, and also like some universities or some offer like 50% scholarship. They have some that kind of thing, like they are giving 20% scholarship based on, I think, based on your what do you say, based on your academic history. So I think that is my understanding, but yeah, you can just do a search on that.
What do you enjoy the most about studying and researching abroad?
Okay, so uh, what do I enjoy most about studying and researching abroad? Okay, so when I was in Nepal, I never dreamt of, be like pursuing my PhD. So like I never dreamt of that, and coming here and doing that journey, like I enjoy every bit of it. And now, like as I'm exposed to research, and I have met different people from different research domain, and it's just inspiring to listen to their journey. And like when I was back in Nepal, I couldn't dream what a scientist looks like, but now I have a picture in my head, like okay, if somebody says scientist, this is something. So yeah, this is all like, there is nothing like specific I enjoy about. It's just my, I just enjoy being a GRA, like doing research and whatever I'm doing. So that's all. Like there is nothing specific. Yeah.
You just enjoy being how you are right now, studying,
Yeah. Yeah.
meeting,
Yeah.
managing everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me in bachelor, I didn't get the chance to do research and publish the research paper, which are essential for the CV. So how can I make my CV strong than others?
Okay. So yeah. So one of the thing is you shouldn't have any prior publication for coming here for a GRA, because one of the example is me. I also don't had any publication prior. I just came right after my undergrad without any experience in research, and I did my undergrad in electronics and communication engineering. But I worked as a software developer and I came here where I'm designing antennas and working in wireless communication, which are like not closely related to each other. So it's always possible. So I think if you want to make your CV stronger, you can volunteer on different organization or different programs that can add into that list. Or also you can do your own one project as a hobby, and you can put those things in your CV that will make your CV stronger.
All right. All right. The questions are just pouring in. I'm so glad. I'm excited. Next one is, what are the possibilities of getting scholarship if someone is around the age of 40 and have
Mhm.
around 13 years gap of study since master's and hasn't done MPhil or any published research papers, but is
Mhm.
willing to approach for PhD in mathematics? What could be the roadmap to follow or way to proceed and approach?
Okay, so yeah, there is no any age limit when we are applying for the scholarship. And if I see at my, like when we are taking courses, we can see there are different age groups, and sometimes we are the youngest in the class, because mostly people come for PhD after they have a lot of experience, and they are like they want to do PhD when they are like when they realize like they want to do. But for us, we are at a very young age, so it's like age is not a factor here. And also, like, yeah, even if you have a 13 years of age gap, you can for sure do it, because I have a lot of friends who came from Nepal after working for like 13 plus years in the government organization, and they came here for the PhD. So it's okay. So if you are concerned about mathematics, as per my understanding here at where I read in my university, they come as a GTA rather than a GRA. So they apply directly to the department with all their documents, and department shortlist them. So I think that is something that you can see. If you are willing to come for University of Nebraska Lincoln, we can still have a chat, because I'll also do my side of research before talking to you. But yeah, for our university, you need to go through department if you want to pursue PhD in mathematics.
Which language proficiency test is given more importance in the US? I also do have interest in Erasmus Mundus scholarship also. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. Want to make sure that same language proficiency work best if I applied for both GRA and Erasmus Mundus.
Mm, uh, uh, I think IELTS, and but there are some students who are doing Duolingo, and they are coming without IELTS, and so there is
Oh,
nothing
is
called
it?
like, oh,
Do they use Duolingo?
yeah, there are students who are coming with that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like you have to. I am not sure which is given more importance, but I think you can take any of these, uh, and there is nothing called okay, this is more important, this is less important.
What do you recommend apply for masters in US or study in country, then apply for PhD or collect work experience after bachelor's?
master's in research study in country, then I would recommend applying for master's or PhD in US. So it's you like if you are not sorted for PhD, you can apply for masters and then think of PhD. So, but if you want to do your graduate studies, it's better to come to United States rather than doing there, because here things are different. Yeah. And
Uh,
work experience, it's up to you. Like if you think that would be helpful, do it. Otherwise, you can start. You can directly apply for the masters, and you can just start your journey from here also. Yeah.
very interesting question. Next, I'm going to take that. Research कसरी गर्ने अनि publish कहाँ गर्ने?
Okay. So research कसरी गर्ने भन्दाखेरि at first you have to know what you want to do, in which field you want to do at first, and you should have your research objective very clear, what you really want to solve. So त्यसको लागि चाहिँ you have to do a lot of literature review on that domain, because you have to identify the problem that still exists and you are trying to solve. So one of the ways is you should know what you want to do, and you should have a very clear research objective. So that is how you start doing research, and it doesn't happen within a year. It takes a lot of time, right? So, and publish कहाँ गर्ने भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ I think it depends on our field. For example, अब मैले wireless communication मा काम गर्ने भएको भएर I have a different venue where I need to publish, because I have my one top tier journal where I want to publish. And if someone is working on precision agriculture, they have a different venue where they want to publish. So it depends on your field of interest, like where to publish.
Okay. Can you please explain the routes for GTA and GRE both, and how it differs? If I wish to be both researcher and professor in future, is GTA better? But again, is GTA comparatively harder?
Okay, so GTA भनेको चाहिँ like it's a teaching assistant, right? And when you are a GRA, it's a research assistant. So they both have a different purpose. So if you are a GTA, you have to teach some courses. The thing is like GTA, if you are a GTA, you are being funded by the department. So if you are a GRA, you are funded by professor. That is the main difference. So when you are a GTA, you have to teach some courses because the department is funding for you, and you have to grade some courses that you teach. You have to take exams, right? So there are a lot of teaching related stuff that happens with the GTA. But on top of that, you should also do research, because you have to do research because you are being paid for research also. So if you are a GTA, you have more responsibilities you have to do. But if you are a GRA, you are being paid by professor to do research. So you just have to do research. So comparatively, I would say if you are a GTA, it would be more challenging to make the research progress, because most of your times goes in teaching, preparing for the classes, this and that. But if you want to become both a researcher and professor in the future, you can come as a GRA or you can come as a GTA, and for sure in one of the semesters or for 2 of semesters you can become a GTA. So once you are a GRA, it's okay. It's easier to become GTA because it depends on your advisor. If your advisor wants to make you a GTA, you can. So it won't be a big deal if you are already a GRA. So my suggestion would be like come as a GRA and then have some experience in doing research, and once you feel confident in your research, you can just be a GTA for 2 semesters or 1 semesters, and you can navigate how you are supposed to teach, how you are supposed to grade. So I think that would be the safest route for whatever you want to do.
Priyanka says, thank you so much for your answer. Actually, I'm a recent undergraduate in architecture. Just got the certificates and engineering license, and I'm looking forward to my master's in sustainable urban design. Hopefully, in US or anywhere, I can secure a scholarship. The previous question regarding PhD in mathematics, I asked for my best teacher. She wanted to do PhD, but has hesitation for those factors. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, like you shouldn't hesitate, because you might feel you have a lot of year gap, or you are above 40, but it's all about your commitments, and it's all about your skills. So it's perfectly fine to apply and come here to pursue whatever you want to do with your life, right? So it's just don't be confined with your age. And yeah, just do it. Just don't think of any excuse or this and that. Just do it and it will be all fine. Just you shouldn't think a lot, just do it.
What might be the possible career paths after completing PhD in the US? Is it going to be easier or difficult after PhD?
Okay, so career paths after completing PhD is like we mostly as a PhD student we say there are only two career paths, whether you want to be in academia or whether you want to become an industry. There are two different things. So it's going to be easy or difficult. It depends on you how you utilize your PhD. So yeah, like if you want to become professor you can go through academia, which is one of the career paths, and if you want to work as a research scientist in one of the in some company, you can follow that path. So these are the paths, and easier or difficult, it has like 50-50% probability, I would say. it's it's nothing different. Like it's like you did your undergrad and you would say is it difficult or easier after I did my undergrad to get a job. It's similar like after getting a PhD, because you will see there will be a lot of people. Because when I was in Nepal, I used to think, okay, there will be very few people doing PhD, so that it would become easier for me to get a job after I do my PhD. But after coming here, I can see PhD people everywhere, PhD student everywhere, and I'm like, okay, this is the case. So you have to make yourself outstanding, to find opportunities even after your PhD or even after your undergrad. It's similar in all phases of our life. Yeah.
I think we have one more question. I love learning, but I had never dreamt of going abroad before. Now, the sole reason I have developed interest in abroad studies is to explore the education system there. How was your experience? What are your feelings related to education system there compared to that of Nepal's?
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for this question. Actually, this was also one of the reasons that I came United States, because I really wanted to read. I really wanted to study. And as I did my engineering in IOE Purbanchal campus, which is one of the government college, so my expectations were not met there, I should say, because I entered IOE with a different expectation, and when I went there and when I was a part of that education system, I was like, okay, oh, this is what is this happening? I was not expecting this. So like the education system here is like different, because people, like, for example, I did my engineering, but I was being taught like very traditional technology. But here, like, professor teach you like current research. It's not like you have a same patterns, you have a same syllables every time, because they are constantly upgrading their syllables, and they are letting you know what's happening around the world, right? So, and also like in in Nepal and in other different countries of South Asia, we have a like 3 hours exam, and that defines our capacity, that will say pass or fail. But here it's not like that. It's like you have a class participation that will add to your score, or there will be different projects for different courses that will add to your score, and also there will be midterms, there will be finals. But it's not like only one examination here will not define your capacity. There will be different checkpoints that you will get, and also like professor will make sure like you are understanding the matter rather than just doing his job. And you can schedule meeting with the professor. If you have any confusion, you can just go to them. You can just learn. If you really want to learn, you will get an environment to learn here. So yeah.
I actually had the same question. I wanted to ask, but I got my answer. I actually wanted to ask you what motivated you to pursue PhD in the field in the first place. But now I
Mhm.
already have my answer, so it's okay. Let's move on to the next question. It's off the topic, but I want to ask, as an introvert, speaking English has been a major constraint for me. So can you give some advice? Do you have any recommendations that can help me boost my confidence?
Okay, so like regarding English speaking, like it's speaking English is not a kind of, I don't consider it as a talent or something like that. It's just a means of communication, right? So if
Agree.
you can, if the person you are speaking to can understand your things, it's fine. You shouldn't have a, fluency. It's not like you shouldn't have a tone, this and that. It's just, it's just a means to communicate. So you shouldn't feel bad about yourself, like this and that. And once you come here, you will be talking English most of the time. So you will you eventually feel you are confident speaking English, right? So also, like, on top of that, if you really want to learn, you can watch some Hollywood movies, you can listen to YouTube, you can go through the subtitles, this and that. So yeah, this is all. And also, like, you can even try, doing Duolingo, this and that. So yeah, but you shouldn't feel, less confident just because you feel like you don't speak fluently. Yeah.
Exactly. This is our second language, so it shouldn't be like a burden on us to like
Mm-hmm.
speak. Now, like we are living in Nepal, and we have such a surrounding that everybody around us is speaking in Nepali, right? But when you go to
Mm-hmm.
abroad, versus everybody is speaking in English, so the environment completely changes. So while you are
Mm-hmm.
here in Nepal, I would also like to tell you, while you're here in Nepal, just make sure that you utilize your time in trying to better your communication in whichever way possible. You can read a lot of
Mm-hmm.
books, you can watch a lot of television in English. You can
Mm-hmm.
write, you can try to speak to people, and anybody. Yeah, that's how you can actually improve the English. I hope it
Mm-hmm.
helps.
Mhm. And also, like, I just want to add, like, like here, like, students or the professor, they will not judge you because they will know, like, you are international student and English is not your first language. So they are very patient and they will, try to understand you, and they will also help you, like, they will also help you to boost your confidence. So don't feel less confident just because you feel like you don't have fluency. Yeah.
Yeah, but there'll be a lot of times when you feel like when you feel less of yourself because you're not able to speak properly like others. But
Mhm.
that shouldn't put your confidence down. All you should know is
Yeah.
that it is your second language, and it's okay even if you don't know it.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah.
Um, it's okay. Okay, I think I've taken that question. I think we have the questions sorted. We had a lot of questions this time. I'm so glad, ma'am, you came here, and people are so curious to know about all this. And in fact, I had a lot of questions myself. If you allow me, I can ask you a few.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. You can.
Okay. So the research you're actually working on right now, which is the wireless communication you just mentioned in your presentation slide, has this research been conducted or done by any other universities before, or this is like your leap of faith?
Oh no, like, yeah, there are, like, other universities who are also working on, this wireless communication, and it's one of the burning topic. So there are many people, like, actually, like, there are many professors that are conducting this research. So it's not only our university or only our department doing this, and also within our department also there are, like, different professors who are working on this area, but each are trying to solve a different purpose.
Do you ever feel the need to do something that has not been done ever, like discover and do new things in the same field and department? You're
Yeah, like, yeah, before, when I was in Nepal, I did not have that kind of mindset because I was just trying to secure a job and earn money, just to make my livelihood. But after coming here and after, working on research for, like, past 2 years, I feel like, yeah, I really want to do something new. So I
you
think,
found your purpose after you came there.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you said before coming for going to any abroad country, you have to identify your interest first, right?
Mhm.
So, like, how do we actually find the interest? What is the
Mhm.
key aspect? What is the key
Mhm.
strategy, I should say? And
Mhm.
how did you find your interest?
Okay. So yeah, like, as I mentioned in the slides, I think one of the, like, the ways are to, talk with people from different domains so that you will get an idea, try to do a talk, and also try to participate in different programs because you never know what might click you, right? And also try to listen to YouTube channel, like, different informative videos, right? It is something. So in my case, like, there is one fun fact. I wanted to become a medical doctor after my plus two, but I ended up going for engineering. So when I went for engineering, I kind of felt, purposeless for a semester. It was like I wanted to become a doctor. Where when am I coming? And, like, as I told, like, like, our campus, like, it didn't meet my expectation that I in my mind something was there when I think of engineering. But when I went to IOE, I was like, okay, what is this? It is not something that I wanted. So I felt kind of purposeless. But as I told, like, I used to participate in different programs because I really wanted to find what I really want to do with my life, right? So there was one program. There was one workshop conducted by NAMI. If you know, it's a research institute in Nepal. It's a it's like ENAA, yeah, my NAMI. So that organization, like brings scientists from all over the world, and they will conduct a workshop on machine learning. So it was when I was in my third semester of my engineering. So I was shortlisted for that workshop, and I went to Pokhara for that workshop. So it was a 10 days long workshop. So when I went there, in the very first day, there was like scientist Dovan Rai and also Dr. I forgot her name. She was something Dr. Shrestha, who used to work in World Bank Nepal as a data scientist. So they were giving sessions on different regression models, and I was like, oh, okay, this is happening, because I was not able to see any role models in my field. Like I know I used to think of Ada Lovelace and Margaret Hamilton always, but it becomes easier to follow the path when you can see the role model with your eyes. When you can talk with them, it feels more lively, and you will get chance to ask your questions, this and that. So I was seeing them presenting, and throughout the presentation, I was not listening to that, but I was just seeing them, like I found someone to talk, this and that, and at that point it clicked me, like, okay, this is something that I want to do. So that was something, right? And so that is how I found my purpose, I think. So yeah, like try to go to different program, try to talk with people with honesty, and try to take the advice, and see if it works for you.
I hope you will be the role model for many people.
Okay, thank you. I hope to be. Let's see.
So how expensive has it been living in the US ever since you came? Like how hard, expensive initially, and how is it different now?
Okay. So like as I told you, I came here as a graduate research assistant. So my purpose was, because I did my like +2 with a scholarship, I engineering with a scholarship. So no way I was going to pay money for my graduate program in US. So I was like looking for scholarship. So I came here as a GRA. So if you are coming as a GRA, you shouldn't pay any tuition fees, and they will give you a stipend, which is a like monthly based salary. So that is very very sufficient for you to live your life here. Like you can do a grocery, you can pay the rent, like everything will be sufficient, and you can save a little bit of money from that stipend too. So for me, like I did not bring any single penny from the Nepal. I just came like empty hand with and just relying on this. So all expense was just like my plane ticketing, that's it. Other, I just came here and started everything here. So if you are a GRA, you shouldn't worry more, because everything will be covered by the university, and you shouldn't take any financial stress. But if you are coming with 50% scholarship or 20% scholarship and other different route, it becomes difficult, because that won't be sufficient, and you have to work outside. But if you take a GRA and GTA route, it's a very safest route, and everything will be covered with this scholarship.
So the key word for today's session is GRE and GRA, everybody. All right. Please mention the name of organization you mentioned who conduct research-related events. I think this is about the question I asked you regarding.
Yeah. It's a NAMI. Okay. And you can also talk with Dr. Bises Khanal. I think you can find them in LinkedIn too. Dr. Doban Rai. Yeah.
Final, slightly off-topic question: is it enough to sustain yourself with the stipends of GRA and GTS? I think she already
Yeah.
that question.
Because like GRA and GTA, that stipend is provided as per the state. So it depends, like if so, that would be sufficient for you to cover your living cost and everything.
I think we're done with almost all questions. Let me just quickly go through them in case if I missed anything.
Okay.
I think we're pretty much done. Thank you everybody for sending your questions. Thank you, Sudeep Karki. Thank you, Pawan. Thank you, Suman. Thank you, everybody. I'm not able to take names of everybody. There were so many questions today. I'm surprised myself. Yeah, I think I have pretty much covered everything. Yeah. I think it's time that we wrap up. It's already past 9 p.m. Yeah. What
Okay.
time is it there?
It's 10:25 a.m.
Okay, lot of difference.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a wonderful session, Lakshmi Di. So glad to have met you here on the screen. Hopefully, we'll meet someday in person as well. You have taken all these questions with so much ease, and this whole conversation was so wholesome in every way possible. I personally enjoyed it so much, and I always love when people talk about their journey. So to have you here was wonderful, and I hope we can do many more sessions in the future as well.
Yeah.
You can stay connected with Etnip. You can stay connected with me. I'd love to drop a DM someday.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah. If there's any parting words you would like to say to everybody watching here.
Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for like getting your time and listen to my talk, and also like thank you so much, Sanskriti, for playing the slides on my behalf. Thank you so much. I was like kind of scared, like what's happening. Okay.
I
So
was
thank you
scared
so much.
myself in the beginning. Like you said, like your slides were not working, and I
Mhm.
tried to do it from my side, and I don't know. Fortunately, my slides worked, so it helped.
Yeah. So yeah, and thank you to my friend who suggested me to send me slides to you. Actually, one of my friend texted me, okay, you can send slides to the host. So thank you so much. So yeah, have a great night, guys, and I wish you all the best. Be positive and work hard and just do it. Don't overthink it. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay,
everybody.
bye
Bye bye.
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 Bye.